The Drew Peterson murder trial, one of the biggest trials ever to take place in Will County. We've learned it may not begin at the courthouse. Instead, at this building, a nondescript Union Hall in Wilmington, that at the end of July could temporarily become a Hall of Justice. Mike Puccinelli explains what's behind this unprecedented move.
Drew Peterson mugs for the camera while being led into the Will County Courthouse. It's something sources say we won't see once his murder trial begins this summer. Peterson, for the most part, during the trial is going to be kept out of the view of cameras. Why do you think that's important?
I just think that it's going to be done so jurors have the evidence and they have the witnesses in the case, and they're not really focused on just him.
And when his murder trial does begin after years of delay, this Union Hall in Wilmington will become a temporary Hall of Justice. If plans under consideration now are approved, it could become the place where hundreds of potential jurors in the trial go to be questioned. Questioning potential jurors in a remote site has never been done before in Will County. Peterson defense attorney Steve Greenberg doesn't think now is a good time to start.
This case should be handled like every other case. I think the jurors should be questioned like jurors are in every other case.
I think the judge just wants the jurors far removed from the center of everything. He wants the jurors to know that this is really serious. You're going to be away from it all.
In order for the building to be used, the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts must first sign off on the plan. Then the chief judge in Will County would have to declare the building a temporary court facility before questioning of potential jurors can legally take place.
I think that it should be done in the courthouse where jurors are normally questioned.
Defense team members believe the jury might be sequestered during what's expected to be a 4 to 6 week long trial. They don't want that because they fear the jurors will blame Peterson for keeping them away from their families.
Defense attorney Joe Lopez says he's hearing rumblings that court officials may attempt to select an anonymous jury whose names would be kept secret from everyone. He says that appears to be, quote, another special Drew rule. He argues that might be unconstitutional, Robin Kate.
And wasn't there an established jury pool previously?
Yeah, he was initially supposed to go to trial back in 2010. They selected a pool. That pool actually still exists, but tomorrow the defense is going to move that pool be set aside and that a new one be created. They want a fresh start.
How do you do a secret jury? That would seem, I mean, on paper, like maybe you could do it, but in practice, it would be very difficult to do it, wouldn't it?
I imagine it would be difficult. The folks I've talked to say they're not really familiar with it, and that's one of the reasons why Joe Lopez says he thinks it's unconstitutional.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Mike.